Okay, so this is Miss Vaselka, and I'm going to go through the elements of persuasion notes just so that you have a resource to use if you really don't know what you're doing. Okay, so these are the persuasive vocabulary words that you should have done on the elements of persuasion vocab. Okay, all of these words have to deal with argumentative or persuasive writing. Okay. When we're saying argumentative or persuasive writing, we're talking about writing that is trying to get you to believe or to do something. Okay. Now, argumentative writing typically starts with a claim. Okay. A claim would be a statement of the author's point of view. So, for example, if I claimed that I was the best teacher here at Temple High School, that is my belief. Okay. Now, if a student claimed that I was the worst teacher at Temple High School, then that would be their claim, their belief. Okay. So a claim has to deal with argumentative writing because that's what you're arguing for. Okay. Additionally, with a claim, you have to have some sort of evidence to back it up. Okay. Evidence is basically that information that they use to prove that what they're saying is correct. So, for example, if I say that I'm the best teacher at Temple High School and I don't have any evidence to back that up, people are not going to believe me. Same thing. If you said that I was the worst teacher and you didn't have evidence, then it wouldn't be backed up by anything and they would be less likely to believe you. Okay. Now, additionally, with evidence and a claim, different speakers and writers can actually persuade their readers or listeners by using what we call rhetorical appeals, these right here. Okay. These are the three main things that we're going to focus on. This is the way that a speaker persuades you to believe them. Okay. This is how I'm going to convince you. So it's either ethos, pathos, or logos. Okay. So I'm going to go through each one of these. They get progressively easier to remember, so make sure that you're kind of paying attention to what these mean. Okay. Ethos is the appeal to somebody's ethics or credibility. Okay. So this is to make the audience decide whether something is right or wrong. Okay. So, for example, on the part where it talks about credibility here, we're talking about whether or not somebody has the right to say something, okay, or to make that claim. So, for example, if a student was sick, would they be more likely to come to a teacher or a doctor for medical advice? Probably a doctor, okay, because they have the credibility to say what they have to say or to diagnose that student, okay? If a student was struggling with an assignment, then I could say that they would come to me because I have more credibility as a teacher that has a degree, okay? So this could also be done through commercials by using different celebrities as well to get you to buy products. Okay. Because what kind of, I guess not what kind of person, but you would probably be more likely to buy a product that is sold by a celebrity than it is if it was a random person that was selling the product. Okay. So that is what we're talking about when we appeal to credibility. Think about like CoverGirl ads, different car ads that have celebrities selling something. Okay. You would be more likely to buy it that way. Okay. When we're talking about ethics here, ethos, ethics, okay, we're talking about political, religious, or patriotic beliefs. Okay. So this is when somebody appeals to your political, religious, or patriotic beliefs by presenting something in a certain way. So, for example, this is a ad from World War II. This is obviously appealing to somebody's political and patriotic beliefs. They're trying to convince you to fight for the United States Army. Okay. So that is ethos, appealing to ethics or credibility. Then you've got pathos. Pathos is using emotion to make you feel something about what it is that they're saying. So I could try to convince you using pathos by trying to make you get emotional. Okay. Some examples of how I could do that is I could talk about children, animals, illness, or memories. Okay. Now, this right here, you've probably seen a commercial or two about an animal like Otis. Otis here is in a shelter, and they are using pathos to make you feel bad for Otis so that you either donate money or you adopt Otis from the animal shelter so that he doesn't die. Okay. So this is tugging at your heartstrings here. That is pathos. And the last one that's easy to remember, or probably the easiest, is logos, because it uses logic to make you think about what it is they're saying. Okay. So this is when I state all the facts out to you straight up. So, for example, statistics, facts, studies, and scientific evidence are example of logos. This is an example of logos in an ad for e-cigarettes. Okay. So it says in 2013, more than 250,000 middle and high school students never smoked regular cigarettes, but had used e-cigarettes 3 times as many as 2011. Okay. So they're giving you a statistic here to show you, instead of saying e-cigarettes are a problem, they're giving you a statistic to show you how much of a problem it is. So you're more likely to believe this based on a statistic. Okay. So logos is when they use logic or facts. Okay. So in the videos here, you can watch these on the actual links, but we're looking at different appeals in these videos. So for this one here, it's a Verizon commercial that clearly has a little map. Okay. This video is displaying logic because it is appealing to facts. Okay. It's got maps and graphs and charts. When you watch it, you'll be able to see that. Okay. This one right here, this Chevy commercial here is talking about this dog. This is appealing to pathos. Okay. This is the emotional side. This dog is about to die. Okay. And this girl right here is remembering all the memories that she has with this dog. And Chevy, which is the product here, is being compared to this dog as being a reliable best friend. Okay. And you'll be able to see that at the end of the video as well. Then we've got this LeBron James and Lil Yachty commercial. This is for Sprite. They are trying to convince you to drink a Sprite. So this is appealing to their credibility because they're using a celebrity to sell a product. So that means this is ethos, okay? Appealing to somebody's credibility here. All right. Now, these film clips here, they each have different, all 3 different, how do I say, rhetorical appeals in them, okay? The goal when you watch these videos here, all 3 of these little clips on Rudy, Remember the Titans, and Friday Night Lights, is for you to recognize how they are being shown in the clips. Okay, so how are they being shown? How is pathos in there? How is ethos in there? How is logos in each one? Okay, so if you have any issues with any of these appeals, you need to make sure to come and talk to Miss Vasilka in room 37 so that way you are not lost. Okay. that is rhetorical appeals and persuasive writing per se. Thanks for listening.